Welcome back to the second segment of Loveland Report and Lone Ranger. Thanks for joining us today for mortgage news, real estate news. I'm Cleve Loveland alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, and I got some listings I want to dive through real quick. Great empty nester home, 55 plus community in Winter Haven, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, great room plan, perfect house. Move right into it. Water view, 227,000, 1,300 square feet. 2-car garage, and it's like a single family villa. You're not attached to other homes. They take care of the grass for you, and you got a nice water view out back. Just beautiful property. This is the best price in that neighborhood, and there's a couple other retirement communities around this. Best price compared to them too. They've got a great rec center there and community center on the lake. Greater Hills in Claremont, 389,000. 1,800 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. The owner stretched this plan. This is an original owner's home, which usually means, Bruce, they're all very well cared for. Big bedroom sizes, also has formal living, formal dining, and a family room open to the kitchen. 1,800 square feet for $388. And then we go to Mount Dora Country Club, beautiful community. And this is the premier street inside that community with the $1 million homes on it. This house is 649,000, 3,000 square feet, double master bedrooms. And these are custom built. So when you walk in,
are they separate? Are they on the same side of the house, or are they separated? This 2 masters?
Split plan. Yeah,
so
definitely
it'd be good for multi-generational.
It would be great for multi-generational. You got a big family room and formal areas. Everything views the pool, and there's a green belt behind the house. There's no neighbors behind it. Beautiful. You're right next to the golf course, and that's at $649,000 for that one. And custom built, you just see a lot of the features, Bruce. You walk in, you got 20-foot ceilings, you got columns, decorative niches everywhere. Just not your typical builder's production home. Metro West, 615,000, 3,000 square feet with paid for solar panels and a 3-car garage. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths.
4 solar panels.
Ranch style, all one story. A lot of times you talk about these.
If you don't want to go up and down stairs, there's a perfect
lot size gets smaller.
Was that one?
3,000. And just great plan, 3-way split plan. And then I've got a great starter home in the land. 289,000, 1,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. This is one of those owners. I told him do this and this, and he did it. We got fresh paint. We got a yard that's all cleaned up. No HOA, literally right across the street from the elementary school. So your kids can walk to school if you have them. And just a beautiful property. No homeowner association, big screen porch. The lot is almost a 1/4 acre. And then Zellwood Station, 110,000. That's a 55 plus community for a manufactured home, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, luxury vinyl flooring and fresh paint on that one for 110,000. And then that neighborhood also goes up to 300,000. And then I've got in the Palisades in Claremont, 2,700 square feet, Bruce. And we talk about my listings are usually, when you look at my house, this is a 4 bedroom, 4 bath home, 2,700 square feet. And it is the best price around. All the other homes selling for 500 are only 2,000 square feet. And some of them have no pools. This one's got a pool. Got a 2-car side entry garage, very well maintained.
Where's that?
Fresh paint. This is Claremont, north end of Claremont.
And it's listed at how much?
499,000.
There's a good price, man. That's Claremont.
It's a great price.
Great schools
and realtors. All my listings pay a good co-broke. Not playing any games there. That never gets anybody anywhere. Call me if you want to take a look at these. 407-352-8118.
So quickly, then let's just talk about co-broke. So when somebody's signing an agreement to list their property, then you determine how much you are going to pay that buyer's agent if they bring a buyer.
And
now it's not posted in MLS.
No, it can't be anymore.
They took it out.
The government messed that up for us.
Yep. So they can't post it. So an agent would actually have to call your office. Is that right?
Yep.
To know what.
Call or email me. We'll definitely answer for you and let you know.
Yeah.
Very nice about that.
You want to pay a good commission to the buyer's agent because they're the ones that are bringing the buyers to you.
I just took a listing a couple of weeks ago, Bruce, on the market for 90 days, nothing going on. I looked at it. I went over and met the seller. He fired his old realtor. I told him what I would do. And really all we did was change the co-broke. He was not paying a good co-broke, and there was new construction down the street, and the builders will pay a great co-broke sometimes.
You got that right.
And even pay for more closing costs. So we needed to adjust for that market and pay a good co-broke. I'm going to have them under contract probably in the next month.
That's fantastic. If you have questions for the Lone Ranger, anything about a mortgage, purchase, refinance, equity lines, types of mortgages, reverse mortgages, construction loans. Maybe you're a builder and you're building 5 to 15 homes a year. I've got a great builder line to help you put more specs in the ground. If that interests you, I am helping lots of builders across the country with this program right now that's really helping them be able to get more specs in the ground. It's hard for builders to get lines of credit from banks to build these specs. They're just you got to be a big builder. The big builders are crushing it. So we've come in there to help the smaller builder, and it's working out really well for us. So if you're a builder and you're looking for that type of a product that might be able to help you put more specs in the ground, we make it much easier than a bank would for you to get those lines. So call the Lone Ranger at 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. Now, if you are looking to buy, who are we seeing buying in the market right now? We still have the move-up buyers and the first-time home buyers, but I find that there's a tremendous amount of investors in the market right now.
Yep.
And 27% of my loan products right now, which is a high percentage, are non-QM products, meaning they're not Fannie Mae,
Like
Freddie
a
Mac.
DSCR.
They're DSCRs and bank statements, self-employed. Okay. So I love them because I like, and you mentioned you spoke in front of a group of financial planners, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday. We hire financial planners to make us money, correct? Their job is to invest our money properly and help us get a return on our investment with money that's in the market. Your CPA, if you're self-employed or 1099, is designed to help you save as many tax dollars as you can, because our taxes are our biggest line item, right? People look at their budget. You got to look at your taxes, what you're paying in taxes. And W-2 wage earners have a very little opportunity to write more things off like self-employed do. But I get with CPAs and financial planners so that the CPA can continue to write off the write-offs, yet the client is not going to be rejected from getting a mortgage because they didn't show enough income. And that's what happens. So I have put together an entire comparison to show CPAs on how I can help them win with their clients, and they can continue to write off as much as they legally can, and yet it doesn't penalize the client from getting a home, because that's what happens right now is the CPA writes it all off, and then the buyer goes, now I don't qualify. You need to know that going into it. 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. If you're self-employed, you owe it to yourself to give me a call. We'll get you set up and we'll get a good game plan together for you.
All right. And I want to talk about investment properties, Bruce. You were just talking about DSCRs.
Yep.
And I think that's one great way to get into investment properties, but people have to have a big chunk. You need
you have to have 20 to
30% down.
Yep, you do.
The other way I love is leapfrog, which let's just get you out of your primary. We rent that. I just did the numbers for a young couple the other day.
Love leapfrog.
And they had a 3% mortgage, which was awesome. And they're going to cash flow. I went over the tax advantages with them. They will get those because their income's, I believe, at a certain level where they'll still get a yearly tax break. Also, they're going to cash flow. The loan is 6 years old or 5 years old, and they're going to have reduction of principal, and the tenant's going to pay them rent and take care of the property. And the property is in pretty good shape. Doesn't need any updating. It'll be a good rental for 5 to 10 years.
I'll give you an example of what I was working on for a group yesterday. So let's just say that you were self-employed and you made $500,000. Okay. And at $500,000, you're at about a 35% tax bracket by the time you put everything in there. Right.
Yep.
So that's about $160,000 in taxes that you're going to pay. Assuming you took a 10%, you had 10% of that 500,000. So $50,000 in write-offs, right?
Yep.
You pay about $157,000 in taxes versus the guy that writes off 90%. Yep. Very common. Don't think that's uncommon. Now, he saved $132,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
So if I do a DSCR or a bank statement program for them, and they go from, say, a 6.5 rate to a 7 rate,
yep,
you're paying about $6,000 more in interest.
But you saved,
$132,000.
Yep.
You got to get your head around this, folks. So you want to go in that direction, but it does require that self-employed person to save money to put down to do that program. They're not going to do a 95% loan on a DSCR or a bank statement program. Now, I do have bank statement programs for 10% down. You can do 10% down on a bank statement.
What's the rate going to be?
rate won't be too bad. If you have good credit, you can still be in the high 6s or 7s.
Yep.
Absolutely. But you think about that. Your bank statement, because you're writing off more income than, let's just say you're writing off the right amount of write-offs to be able to save the tax dollars that you want. You have to know the differences. And what happens is people look at that and go, I didn't qualify for that conventional loan because my CPA wrote off too much. Pump your brakes for just a second. Your CPA did everything they could to save you money. Now, let me tell you how I'm going to save you money over here.
Yep.
So now you just got to compare the differences. And I'm actually using AI for that. I'm plugging all this stuff into AI, paid this much in taxes, saved this much, this rate over that rate. And then it gives you a whole breakdown. It's been fantastic. So it's really helped the client walk through the process. If that's something that would benefit you as a real estate agent or as a client seeking to purchase in the market, then call the Loan Arranger now at 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. We do a consultation, Zoom meeting, personal meeting, phone call meetings with every client. You're not going to get schlepped off to a team of people that just gather your documents and you never talk to me. You're going to meet with me every single time.
How much time we got, Bruce?
We got about a minute and a half.
Okay. If you need any help with that, you want to get your first home, you want to get your first investment property, you're thinking about selling right now, Bruce, the market, I'm going to see sellers, and this is novel. Realtors, listen to this. I sit down with my sellers every 2 to 3 weeks and go over market activity. Whoa.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yes. Market activity.
All right, realtors, if you don't want to lose your listings, it's what you need to do. This is how you get a market adjustment, or this is how you figure out to paint that purple bedroom, or they need to spend some money in their front yard by going over the feedback and talking to the seller about how many people showed the home. So when I do that, it gives me an idea where we need to be, and I'll check the listings. And a year ago, I'd check a house and I check for about 2-3 miles around it. Depends on the type of home. And there'd be like 30 homes active. Now I look and there's about 15. And there's a lot more pendings. And this is not just the summer rush. This was happening in spring before this. Our inventory is tightening, and balance would be like a 3-month supply. Great. We get 3 to 5% a year appreciation. The market's kind of normal. Sellers don't take 9 months, 12 months to sell. So if you have any questions on that, call me 407-352-8118.
Yeah, or call Bruce Woodburn and we'll get you started on your loan application. Simple, easy. We don't pull a hard credit pull here. We do a soft credit pull. You don't need a full-on credit report until you're ready to write an offer. Then we'll convert that over for you. But let me tell you something, folks. We are getting people in to loan products that they otherwise wouldn't. I had 3 transactions that almost fell apart last month because my client had a client buying their home that was using mortgage brokers. Every single one of them that used a mortgage broker had to get an extension. And I almost lost mine because the seller that was selling wasn't willing to hold on any longer. Yep. And my client had their hands tied because they were waiting to close on their house that they had a full pre-approval. The loan officer, oh yeah, these people are great. We're for sure. We need a week extension. We need another 2-week extension. Yeah. We need another 3-week extension.
Wow.
And it was insane. And it's stressful. When you listen, you get what you pay for, folks. You get what you pay for. And if you want somebody that's going to get you to the closing table and reduce that stress level, then you call the Loan Arranger at 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Cleve, what's your number there? We're going to take a quick
407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
We'll be back in 5